What's up, everybody? It's your boy Melvin here for another classic review, and today I'm reviewing the series from I think it's a worthy predecessor of Goosebumps, The Haunting Hour of the series. Correction, Earl Stine's The Haunting Hour, the series, which was started from 2010 until 2014. It has 4 seasons. But before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? Did you like this video? If not, what are you just doing there? What are you just standing there for? Are you waiting for a surprise? If so, you better hit the subscribe button. You better be hitting the bell because you might get some more surprises after this. And let's begin. So, if anybody knows about the Haunting Hour, it was a series from the Hub that was from 2010 until 2014. It had 4 seasons, which I think I call it a worthy predecessor of Goosebumps, but it was a bit darker, literally. I mean, literally more darker than Goosebumps. It was written by the man who brought you Goosebumps, and it's also the 30th anniversary of the famed book. So anybody who read the books, hey, you got an awesome childhood. But yeah, I remember watching The Haunted Hour. I think the one that started was the movie, The Haunted Hour Don't Think About It, which was the movie about you got this goth girl who started a new school, and she went to this mysterious bookshop who bought a strange book, which has a rule that do not read aloud, which some idiot read it aloud, and boom. A monster appears, which is a cannibal one. And the one thing he hates, human food, literally. Which I remember watching, which got me into reading horror novels. You know. Which became famous after a marathon of Goosebumps back in 2016, I believe. Yeah, it was in 2016. But yeah, the series began in 2010 with their first episode called Really You, which was divided into 2 parts, which features a copycat, I don't want to call it a sloppy one because this was actually a doll, a cursed doll named Lily D, which is given by her mother, a lookalike, until somehow the doll becomes more and more jealous, more possessive, until the brothers, Lily's 2 brothers, found out the doll was alive, and also, also they went to where the doll was from. The doll maker knew the doll was evil and told the owners to throw it away, but they didn't listen. Because they had the words bad doll. Somehow the doll managed to become alive and more freaky, turned human. As for her owner, she's turned into a doll. Luckily, before she got thrown away, her mother knows the birthmark, which turns out she never told the people who made the doll, about her birthmark. It turns out this is actually her, and her doppelganger started to try to run, but until it was too late, she was reverted to a doll and got hit by a car. And it leads to season 2 with her return, found by a little girl who lives with her grandpa. Somehow it had to change heart when the doll maker noticed that she had to change heart, but it didn't last. She almost killed a pair of birds, then almost killed the grandfather, and she got rid of, which I don't know what happened. Then, of course, you had Pumpkinhead, which, oh boy, this was supposed to be the more popular one, because this is a popular one. Pumpkin, which involves a man who these kids, strange disappearance in a neighborhood with kids disappearing. Sorry, wait. Strange disappearance of kids disappearing. Nobody celebrating Halloween. And also, hold it. I gotta check my list here. You always have to check your list. Palmer. The guy's name was Palmer. They actually went to his farm, to try to steal some pumpkins, which he gave a warning not to come back. No trespassing, but Oh boy, they didn't listen, and they had some visitors. The Pumpkinheads, which are freaky as hell. If you've seen the Pumpkinheads, damn, what is up with those teeth? I mean, literally. They're actually once human, because I think before they show up, they were opening a pumpkin which has somehow full of worms, and then when they look at the other one, nothing. Until they know the human teeth in the pumpkin was, oh no. Which the sister believed was a prank, but first of all, how you put a teeth in a pumpkin was already not been opened, so that would be weird. When they arrive home, that's when the older brother has been kidnapped by the Pumpkinheads. The sister knows it. So he's going to pay back Palmer. Which turns out, when they arrive, the brother has already been turned into a pumpkin. And he told him when Palmer arrived with like a plant hand, he said, not ripe. And then turned the sister into a pumpkinhead. Which cuts to the little brother sleeping in the car, and you see the reflection of the sister, now a pumpkinhead. Yeah. Now that's what I call a twist ending. You think everybody's going to survive? Oh no, everybody's going to be turned into a pumpkin. It was not until we get a sequel of it in season 4. I think the Palmer has already been dead. His house has already been sold to another family. A mother who likes the house. Well, the children wanted like a jock. One of the popular girl didn't like it. Then all that they look around until they met some weird kid. Tell about what happened. It turns out the boy from the first one survived. It went to the police station and told the police that Palmer took them. So technically, the boy survived. The little brother survived. That was pretty dope. And then strange things started to happen. First, the dad was looking around in the patch, which he got kidnapped by the Pumpkinheads, aka Turned by One. That's when they started to look around. Strange things happened, like a scarecrow inside the house. And when they went outside, the scarecrow was outside. Oh boy. Things are weird. I mean, literally weird. But yeah. After that, the mother was trying to make some goodies. The pumpkin arrived mistaken. When she saw them, she thought it was actually her husband and her kids dressed as them until she realized, nope, that's them. Then the mother of the weird kid arrived, accusing them of being the same league as Palmer, but she heard some noises, which I think the pumpkin has already got her. The teens went to the pumpkin patch and found them already pumpkin-fied. They dug them out, tried to give them help, but how do you help them if they're already turned to a pumpkin? That's a good question. When they about to start the car, too late. Their parents become pumpkinhead, which is saying, our children. It cuts to them screaming right there, and that's it. We don't know what happened. I think they got become pumpkinheads. That's that. But there were some episodes I did like. Like, there's one called Ghostly Stare, which involves what happens if you dug up a graveyard to build a mall, which, first of all, that's supposed to be a place of their final rest. You don't know what's going to happen. You're trying to disturb the dead in their eternal slumber. Well, he did. You got the sister here who loves, I can't remember, what do you call this? You start, like, imprinting gravestones, but the brother thing is weird, but also the sister shouldn't be out. So they went to the cemetery. She's doing her hobby. The brother started to be weird. And until he fell in the grave. She heard him scream and found him. That's when until during the night she was asleep. Her brother was staring at the bed until she told him to look at her. When she looked at him, oh boy, he has a skeleton face. Knowing that that's not her brother, that's a ghost. He keeps repeating, I'm cold. I'm cold. I need someplace warm. Until he realized, he just told him, that's what you get for digging up graves. Which, yeah, it's kind of true because, face it, they're supposed to be in eternal sleep. And yet, they got dug up, being pissed off. And he told him that he had to find him before sunrise or he'll be permanently in that grave. Permanently. As for the ghost, oh boy, a permanent member of the family. She went back to the graveyard and met some ghosts of a nurse who told her about it. She tried to help her until she realized, nope, she pulled a 180 move and tried to push her in her grave. Same thing as well. And she got gamed up by other ghosts. She ran off, trying to hide until she tried to climb out of looks like a top of coffin. When she pulled up, a coffin fell over and a body of a skeleton popped out. So it was almost dawn. She got out of it. Her brother managed to wake up unconscious and got out of the grave, which his doppelganger disappeared. As for her, she was trying to find him. The ghost trying to gang up her until tell her that she feels bad for him because, hey, but she couldn't do it until the nurse agreed because they were restless after their bodies had been moved and disturbed and they disappear. The brother managed to try to find her sister playing a game of Marco Polo. She disappeared until, boom, she fell into a hole. Mysteriously, she came out, back at home, looked like she got out of the shower. They played like a staring game until the brother won, until he found out that's not his sister. That's actually a ghost. I don't know who this is. I think this could be the nurse or somebody else. That is just weird. I think the sister was more smart. Now he has a ghost for a sister. Damn. But okay. There were other like Lights Out, which I think it's the lesson of how you trust the paranormal. Like literally, the paranormal. You got these two siblings because their friend wanted to make a paranormal video, which he tried to fake it and say, "Oh, we can fake this better." Until they go to an abandoned asylum that was burned. Until they realize, nope, it was a very bad idea. They found the rumor about a doctor named Dr. Sturgis, which, until they found out, is actually haunted. When they found out why the ghost trying to warn them not to run, but to get out. Because Sturgis, there's a curfew actually, which the patients were more afraid of Dr. Sturgis than a fire. If you break curfew, you're screwed. Because he's going to perform experiments on you. Big time. Which, a phantom, a derby, what'd you call these things? Like, the ones they roll you on the table, like these rolling beds, what do you call those? Those ones? Yeah. That Sturgis looking for his next patient and puts them in there. Those ones. He managed one gets caught and starts screaming until he Sturgis about to perform an experiment. When they manage to get there, he's found in the corner in the fetal position. And then you got other people watching the thing is calling it fake. And say, we could do it better. Fourth wall break. Damn. But then you have one, I think it was the Scarecrow one. There's actually two versions. You got the director's cut and the other one. The edited one. Because I believe it was longer or more scarier. Then you have Dead Bodies. Which, damn. You got this kid who's a nerd. Trying to get even with his bullies. And met some other kid who looks like one of those greasers from the 50s. Until you realize he's dead. He's a ghost. He found out that he was killed in a fire after a group of jocks locked him in one of these. It's not a locker room. It's where the gym is, where they keep the supplies. They actually put a lock. A fire started. He died in the fire. Somehow, the kid went back in time. Tried to help him. Instead of helping, he took his place. Now he's the ghost. And the greaser is not stealing the girl he liked. Go back to the second one called Dead Bodies, which continues what happened after that. There was in the trophy case, it mentions in the memory of this kid who was now a ghost after he disappeared. And nobody knows, even the girl he liked. Then his greaser becomes the boyfriend, which, oh boy. But Jeff ain't the one who likes to be cheated. Jeff arrives, and he's cheating. He touches him, which he starts to decompose. The rot. Oh boy. And he needs somebody to replace. So yeah, he tried to use the girl to replace him. But no. The other guy managed to live, defeat him, and he managed to get his life back. Which it was the whole story to explain because hey, how do you explain to the girl you like that you've been dead and you explain the whole crap? Which it ends with the greaser's hand popping out, picking up, grabbing his comb. Damn. But yeah, there were a lot more episodes which I liked. There were a lot of good ones in that series. I think there was one called the Red Dress. This is like a lesson in do not steal, especially a person who is blind, because stealing ain't cool if you were ready to pay the price. And this girl did. She was trying to find a dress to impress some guy. I think she was a nerd, and she knew the owner of the store is blind, so she thought, oh, she won't know if it was stolen. Hey, the blind have many senses, so yeah. She gets stalked by the blind woman until the night of the dance. She left until she feels weird, and the blind woman keeps stalking her until the next morning. Guess what? She's blind because she's stolen her sight, which you can see in the store. It's her glasses representing her sight, which was deja vu. You got other episodes like The Black Mask. Oh boy. What else? There are a lot. Oh, the ice cream one. Which is this kid who is obsessed with the ice cream truck, which he only sees. And there was a story about another kid who chased it, but he disappeared. He managed to catch it. He got the ice cream until he realized he found a guy who was actually the kid who disappeared many years ago. Turns out the ice cream doesn't want the truck doesn't want money. It wants a soul. And guess whose soul was it? The kid. He's the new soul for the truck. When the former occupant leaves, he's the new soul, and the truck leaves with a new soul. That's freaky. And yeah, there were a lot of other episodes. I'm trying to remember. Let me check because there was the clown one where this kid has a fear of clowns until his parents took him to like a circus full of clowns. And here's the dope thing. They got him to a weird box, which he put when he came out. He was covered in clown makeup, but here's the catch: it doesn't come off because, spoilers, his parents are clowns, literally clowns, born as clowns. So you're not just looking like a clown; you are a clown permanently, and that's effed up. You just wake up, try to get the makeup off, and you're actually a clown forever. And you try to get a girl, you're like, oh no, you're screwed. Damn. That was just messed up right there. And yeah. There are a lot more episodes I want to talk about, but I try to remember which is good. Oh yeah, Scary Mary. I think that has to be the more scary one because, face it, it's like Bloody Mary, but similar, but this story is more different. You got Scary Mary is about this beautiful girl who loves herself until there was a fire which horrifically scarred her. So every time you say her name like 3 or 5 times, she appears and steals you, takes you to her world, and steals your face as hers. Which actually is a two-parter. Hello. One of the girls actually got kidnapped by Scary Mary. Well, one of her victims wearing these wooden masks because they have no face. Because Scary Mary is wearing their faces. Because Scary Mary wears a different face of her victims, saying, "Is a guy coming for me?" And she starts crying, which, here's the thing, the girls collect their tears, which forms a lake. One of the guys managed to arrive until realize it's Scary Mary. And we get to see her actual face, which is scarred, literally. Not like Freddy Krueger, but scarred. They managed to leave when the house was burning, and that's it. They managed to escape, and yeah. Damn. I think there was one about a toy train. Yeah, about a father and son went to his old hometown, went checking the old house, and turns out his father was responsible for the death of a something like a railwayman who died saving the dad's life, and the son meets his kid who's actually the dad from the past, and the dad has to make amends after he tried to ignore the past, and managed he did. He saved his son. But yeah, the Haunted Hour, I recommend it because it's a true predecessor to Goosebumps and a bit darker. Sometimes has a effed up ending, sometimes it's a good ending. Hey, if Arnold Stine made this one good, I hope they bring it back. If not, well, the problem is Disney's bringing Goosebumps, literally Disney. I read the plot. It's gonna be featured in a high school, which oh no, which I said in my classic review of Goosebumps. Yeah, but yeah, let you guys know what you think of the Haunted Hour, the series. Did you see it when it was in the hub from 2010 to 2014? Did you like it? And which episode you like more from the 4 seasons that appeared? Let me know in the comments down below. And also like this video and remember to subscribe and hit the bell so you miss any of our great content. And also we just hit 8,000 subscribers, so let's keep this up. Let's keep it going. And I'll see you next time. See ya.